First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Lady, go here.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Stafford here. Oh, he's going to air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
22. 21. No.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Lady, 50-50. 44.
Third and 2, Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll... At the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 21. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Switch. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Yeah.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He goes, Jets, get a 20! 44. You don't know no better. Hatchet. Hurry! 70!
Here's Ty Johnson, rookie 6th-rounder from Maryland. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Set, blue 60. Check. Double dog. That's the way. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Come on, Harvey, blue. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
To throw is Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hey, Charlie, y'all playing the wrong football. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Tighten up.
On the toss, here's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 91 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Back to throw, Stafford. Frank Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Set. 180. 44. Pick me up. Here we go. Easy alert.
Here's Stafford. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This will be taken at the 10. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked.
Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And that's complete to Jesse James. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Double right. I'm coming.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll roll him out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll run with Darquan. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 26-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mahomes on target there to Hill. 11 yards there, 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They go back to the ground with Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back, 10.
Throwing again. Stafford. Airing one deep for Curse. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Darkwa. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. On the toss, here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Yellow. 180. You. 50. Yellow. Check 50.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken at the 3. So we've come to halftime after a... All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Check nickel.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
That's what I do.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. They find some open field here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing deep for Golladay. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. Third down here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great